but I do make good veg soup. So this week I made a big pot of lentil and vegetable soup and a big pot of tomato and vegetable soup. I puree, well, John purees the soup, but yeah, we pureed most of the soups and put in containers in the freezer, and my grandchildren especially like my soup. How good is that? Anyway, we're going to have a look at my soup. I began working on a Marie Wallin Yell cardigan. I'm hoping that works out well. I love the colour work. The instructions are very easy to follow, and I want something that is classic. Yeah, and out and about, we went to have a look at the very nice little park near us where a couple of guys were doing their exercise on the, I think it's about 100 steps through the microcosm just down the road from me. I hope I haven't held my head up too high. But yeah, haven't been feeling too good. My arthritis has been playing up. But we'll see how we go. Also, I had a look in my vintage patterns. I have got quite a nice collection of patterns, and I think I need to give them to somebody who'd like to knit them. But as for now, they're just in a crate. I do have 2 crates of knitting patterns. Yeah. So, hopefully, my podcast for this week will be okay. I'm in my bedroom. Yeah, so if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. I need subscribers. I don't have many subscribers, and I would really like a few more. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. It's soup making day. This is a sous chef, John. He preps all the veg for me, cuts it into this size cubes. I use 4 white potatoes and 2 red potatoes. Sweet potatoes. I use a chicken mix, 2 onions in each soup.
And 2 carrots.
And 2 carrots. I start with the 2 carrots and the 2 onions, and I saute them. I'm making 2 lots of soup, lentil soup and tomato soup. Yes, they're both vegetable soup. So I'm sauteing here. In the bottom I've got a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, a dash of curry powder, and some pepper. Pepper is my favourite spice. So I've got the 2 on going, so I've just started. When the onions turn translucent, I add the soup mix. But I don't add the noodles from the soup mix. I just add the stock, which I find I don't like the noodles in the soup. I should, but I don't. Yeah, this is how it goes. Now for the veg. So I've added the veg in this main pot. In my other pot, covering it with water. Hang on. My chef is getting a bit ahead of it. To this one, I'm going to add diced tomatoes, a small tin of it, which is 400 grams. And I'm just going to put a bit more water in that. Got to stir, mix it all up, and then John will blitz it at the end. He keeps some for himself because he likes veg in his that you can see, but the grandchildren don't like to see the veg that they're going to eat, so especially carrots. My granddaughter loves carrots. I said, do you love eating carrots? She says, no, I love looking at carrots. So yeah, that's what happens with that soup. Lid. I'm not sure where the lid is.
Right?
Where's the lid?
Underneath your thing.
Ah. So this one is ready to go. Put the lid on. I'll put the diffuser on later. And my second one is going to be lentils. It's also ready to rock and roll. Put it in my soup mix. And yeah, this bit I leave behind. Get all the nice liquid out. Every drop. Bit of stir. Stir, stir, stir. And lentils. Adding the lentils to this one. This is a tin of lentils. I usually soak lentils, but this time it's a tin of lentils. Get all my lentils out. Just waiting for my stirring gadget. Which I've put. Oh. One moment.
There. There.
Okay.
Still recording.
Here it is. Mix. Adding my veg. Beautiful veg. Last pot. I like the water to go cover the vegetables and add a bit of positive ease, as we say in the world, positive ease in my soup. Because when you blitz it, it's nice and smooth. I'm also going to add a couple of spoonfuls of that to each one, and they'll be ready to set for at least an hour and a half, and then I'll take them off. This is the last part of it, so I'm mixing in the spoons of my vegetable stock. Put the lid back on. This is what I'm using. I've got a kosher kitchen, and my kitchen is a meat kitchen, so I don't have any dairy cooking in my kitchen. So yeah, 2 lovely soups ready to blitz up and put in the freezer. John's getting it nice and smooth. This is a tomato one. That'll be enough for how many dinners do you reckon?
Oh, usually do about 8.
Yeah, 8 dinners. How lovely. I love that blitzer thing. It's a brawn. Today I thought we'd have a look in my pattern box at some of my patterns that I've kept over the years, and some are vintage now. And these are mainly from the 80s. I've got some new patterns in here. Just to have a look at them, they're so beautiful. I really like this one because I thought, I'll do some colour work. This was back a long time ago when the children were little. $3 Australian for this lovely pattern. Beautiful colour work. I find graphs are easier to follow. That lovely cardigan with colour work, because as a left-handed person, the colour work goes mainly in the round, so I'm pretty good with other graphs I'm not so good with. Cleckheaton. Cleckheaton was a big wool company here in Australia. A lovely book from Nature, 50 cents. I'd have got this at the second-hand shop. I really like longer jumpers and tunics. Beautiful patterns. There's quite a few in a book too. This is a particularly nice one. I thought I'd have a go at that back then, but I think I might have made 2. I was really basic knitter. Lovely. I've had this one twice. I think I might have given the first one away, and then I bought this one second hand. It was $1. What a good buy. Vests, only vests, and I particularly like this. Need that one with very thick wool, 12 ply. Lovely vests. But this one is beautiful. And it looks so lovely on the model in a pencil skirt. Nice colour work with thicker yarn. That's a lovely tabard. I think this pattern has been wet at one time. Easy to follow graphs, easy to follow instructions. So fun when it's easy to follow. Diagrams. So I'm thinking, I'm going through these and looking for a nice Aran weight either a vest or a cardigan that I can make, but I'm thinking a vest. A lovely vest. The sleeves are what gets me down, very painful. This brown cardigan is particularly beautiful. Love vintage patterns. I think they're fun. And see her little purse. I love little leather purses. You find them at markets and things, and they're just so cute. Lovely cardigan. These are mainly patterns. Vintage. Ritz in classical mood. Well, I don't know about the classical mood. I think I might make this blue vest. I think that'd be a good one for me to use up some of my yarn. Nice easy jumpers. Yeah. Nice easy to follow instructions. Knitting with bobbins for colour work. I don't really put my colour work on bobbins. Maybe I haven't done enough of the colour work to put it on bobbins. This is my first knitting pattern that I made for my husband, my boyfriend pattern. It was such a fun knit. I think I made it in a week or two. I love cables. And I made it in 8-ply Cleckheaton. 45 cents. Comes with instructions for 12-ply and 8-ply. What a good value pattern. Nice men's cardigan patterns. The thing is, with these 8-ply cardigans, they take up a lot of yarn. Beautiful, but a lot of yarn, like 24 balls of 8-ply, 50 grams, which is quite a bit. I love this vest. I might have made that vest at one time. Colour work for guys. Nice blue one. This one is not that old. I think it might have been maybe 10 years ago. Patons. In very thick yarn. I recently made this hat for my brother for his birthday. It only took me like one evening, a couple of hours. I made it with alpaca and wool mix. And it's nice and soft, and the ribbing pattern came out very nicely. A lot of people in my house said they'd like one too, so I will probably knit another couple. I've made a few of these. This is a New Zealand pattern. Crunchy. Lovely cables, easy to follow. That was a lovely one. This is a more recent pattern, vanilla sweater. I never actually made it. I bought it and I thought, oh, this is lovely, because the girls who designed it at the Woolly Thistle made it look so easy, but it's a top down and I didn't master it, sadly to say. My Rico. I've had so many goes at my Rico. I love Rico pattern. That was a lovely one. And I've got a few PDFs. These are shawl patterns. Isn't that beautiful? Sky of Diamonds. They're by Wallin. I thought I could make this one. There are a lot I think I can make, but you know. I have made Martin Story's Lara cardigan. A beautiful cardigan. And it looks so nice and it's so easy to knit up. Martin Story Shrug is lovely too. This is a Martin Story PDF book by the look of it. Beautiful. Another vintage book. Isn't that lovely? It is so beautiful. It's called Software. 12 patterns for 80 cents. And you know, the old patterns are, you see the stitches and that, they're so beautiful. They come back in modern knitwear, which says a lot for them. And their versatility. Is that a lovely cardigan? Beautiful. It's a nice basic vest. I need to make a nice basic vest for myself. Actually, I really like that. But I like longer armholes. So yeah, I might keep that one out. It is a lovely book. So you see, I have a lot of basic patterns. This is a lovely basic pattern for little boy and a guy. Lovely cables. A vintage book for children. That's lovely. 8-ply. Just lovely. Lovely little vests for children. Oh, I did make like 4 of these beautiful jumpers. Yeah, I didn't add the embroidery, but that was me like 30 years ago. Plus size patterns. Beautiful. Easy to follow graphs. Bottom up. Diana sweater. No, not Diana. Daphina sweater. Beautiful booties. They're called Dino babies. The little dinosaurs. A lovely shawl pattern. Oh, bees. I love bees and hexagons. And the beautiful cardigan. A jumper. Ludus by Raina Cruz. Yeah, one day I'm going to make this hat. Another lovely cardigan. Cabled sweater by Michelle Wang. I have quite a few patterns in this. I especially love these shawls that are easy to make. I made a few of these fern fronds by Yaina Kaleo. She makes such beautiful designs. As you see, there's quite a few patterns in this box. A lot of scarves and shawls. Spring Delight. It's a lovely pattern. Summer Solstice. Most of these you can see I haven't made. Beautiful men's shawls. Scarves. Same handsome model. Single Malt by Maxim Cryer. I have a few by him. There's another one. Partners in Crime. Yep, we are partners in knitting crime anyway. A lovely shawl, Darcy. Some of these are beyond my expertise, so I buy them, I admire them and look at them a lot, and I will pass them on to somebody who can actually knit really good designs. I love this one by Vera Marku. Cockleshell Fish. A small triangular shawl worn around the woman's shoulders and neck. Bottom up. It's lovely. Shawls. Shawls. A lovely shrug. I have a thing for shrugs. It's beautiful. I haven't been feeling quite 100% this week. And yeah, hoping to feel better soon. My arthritis has been playing up. Not getting any younger. It's a lovely pattern, number 8. Oh, got 2 of that pattern. Some I have 2 of, duplicates, and I'm thinking, you know how it is with birthday cards and you get 2 and they say, it's good luck? That is a lovely, lovely pattern. Crisscross Vest. Look at that. Very stylish. By Lydia Carabinch. Another cropped shrug. Oh. 2 of them. Ochre Cardigan. I was going to try that one. Wool Week. I've made a few Wool Week hats. They're so easy to follow, the graphs and everything. Pippi Longstockings. I have a few sock patterns too. Prairie socks. By Kay Jones. I love Kay Jones and her husband. Her husband goes out and does fantastic videos walking on the moors and especially Hadrian's Wall. I love it. But Kay makes beautiful sock patterns. I have made prairie socks. Thank you, Kay. I also bought your bears, and I love the basic bear pattern. I'm going to make a few bears for my granddaughter. It's a beautiful pattern. Wish someone would write their name on the front. David's hat. I've made a few of David's hat. It was a free pattern by Lydia Morehouse. It's a lovely, easy pattern. Yarn Cafe Creations by Christy Horton. That is a lovely pattern. nearly there. Beaner Eclipse. One of my daughters loves the Eclipse series, and she wanted Bella's hat for her birthday, I think, and in the exact colours, and it was very easy to make, so I made her two, one in thick yarn and one in thinner yarn, and she likes it very much. I also got I love Eclipse badge from the UK somewhere. I waited for it so I could put it on the hat and send it to her. This is a lovely pattern. I love bee patterns. This is called the waggle dance. It's the dance that bees do when they're going into their hive. I think there also is, no, this is wheat and cap and mill. But I do have another pattern by this lady, and I love it. That is just beautiful. I haven't made a crescent shawl, but it's hexagons. And it reminds me of a grandmother's flower garden. It's just lovely. And you have all different flowers, all different coloured flowers. The pattern's by Kieran Foley, 2015. It's called Daisy Crescent. I really love that pattern. Here's a very old pattern. Some of the old ones are the best, especially for toddlers. Very cool toddlers. I've put it in a folder so it doesn't get wrecked. This is when Grace Brothers were still in Sydney. They have had a few name changes. As you see, I like the longer jumpers. That's lovely. The craft connection. This one is really gorgeous. I haven't made any of it, but you know, I make them in my mind. Just lovely. A lovely booklet. Kid mohair. Back then, I don't think I'd ever heard of putting mohair and wool together and knitting them as a single yarn, holding them together. But yeah, now I know how to do it. That is a lovely pattern. They're called pattern hand knits. And you know, that's all it has. It doesn't have the designer. I don't know who designed these patterns. This is a lovely one. I made 3 or 4 of those because I love the neck detail. And it took about 2 weeks to knit, I would say, because it's got these lovely cables. You can see I've done a lot of note writing on the pattern. Lovely length pattern, but this one is my all-time favourite. I just love it. Knit in Fireside, that's the name of the yarn, and it's Patterns booklet 1147. I recommend this pattern if you can find it and you're on the plus side. It's just lovely. I'm on the plus side, that's why I have a lot of plus patterns. And they just, the cables. I like cables. I can do most cables as long as they're not graphed cables. A beautiful pattern. Shepherd in 10 ply. A lot of yarn now is 10 ply, so excellent. And you can also, it also comes as a vest pattern or a drop shoulder pattern. Very classic, very beautiful. Do we remember the boyfriend jumper? Our local Spotlight had this pattern. I made one. It was fast and easy. These are lovely vests. Panda. And the colour of the vests that have been knitted in is just beautiful also. Colour work. Plain. That is a very beautiful vest. Ladies' vest. These old booklets are so lovely to have if you can find them. Local op shop or sometimes online. I have a cross stitch pattern in with the knitting pattern. But yeah, how beautiful is this? Beautiful. I say beautiful a lot, but it is just beautiful. They have a Greek feel to me. Well, it says from the Mediterranean, so yeah, Macedonia, Greece. Ooh, 2 of these. Lucky, lucky. I love Marie Wallin patterns. I'm making, as I've said, a Marie Wallin, the yellow cardigan. I've just started it, just cast it on and done a few rows in it. And I've made a small video in this podcast to show you what I'm up to. But yeah, I'm hoping it will be a nice, slow, relaxing colour work cardigan for me to make. I need a special work, and I think that's going to be it. But Marie Wallin has lovely patterns, and they're designed for my shape, which is I'd say classic English older person. I wasn't always old, but yeah, as I get older, the patterns I rely on are mostly, you know, for my body shape. So I'm a cello. I go at the bottom, you know how it is, gravity. Marie Wallin for children. That's lovely. Oh, look at the baby. I never made my babies sleeping bags like that. Made them little cardigans and booties and things. Having 6 of them. I had 4 girls and 2 boys. Lovely children. They're adults now. Baby Cozy and Easy Patterns from a magazine, Woman's Day. That's an Australian magazine. A lot of lovely patterns with little boys' cardigan, jumper. And easy instructions. Just 1 page of instructions with multiple sizes, but just not 15 pages for a vest. If you know what I mean. Rowen make lovely men's patterns. I've made a Rowen hat, but I love how the colours fade in and out. You can't really see in the black and white of how I printed it. I printed my PDF by Arne and Carlos. They have a lovely podcast, Norwegian, and very patriotic. I love that about them. They're very patriotic. They love their monarch and they are respectful. I made this cardigan, but I made it in wool that was too heavy when I'd finished. It was a wool that, you know, and it draped. It draped a lot. Sports crepe. It was all my doing that it drapes so much. But I loved making it, and it looked okay. Budget hand knits for the family. Budget hand knits are beautiful. We all like budget. We all have a budget for our crafts. And easy to follow instructions. Click Eaton for the family. Vests and jumpers to fit everyone. I made this one for myself. I just think it is beautiful. I haven't got it anymore. It's called Thoroughbred. And the design is so just lovely. Just a change in stitches and cables on the top. Drop shoulder. Such an easy pattern. Look, 2 pages. And you've got the whole thing. Oh, Mary Ellen Hopkins. I make quilts too, as you know. And Mary Ellen Hopkins, I went to her weekend weekend thing when she was here in Australia in, it must have been 1980 something early. And she was such a fabulous, entertaining person. I loved her a lot. I still love her. I know she's passed away. And she signed it. And she made these quilts that were easy to, make in a week. You can't sit on my quilt. I've made it, you can't sit on my quilt. Fern socks. A beautiful book. I'd love to be able to do that. A cardigan with a zipper with colour work. It's got so many patterns in it. How beautiful. And look at that for a guy. That is just lovely. But all the instructions are in German. I probably thought I could translate it. So it's just lovely to look at. Beautiful cardigans. Look at that one. Such a cool hat. And look at this guy. Super cool. Oh, lovely vest. Lovely cardigan. I don't know. Maybe you've all heard of that one. And this is my last one in the box. My knitting book. Free. Very nice men's jumper. Easy to follow perhaps. A few pages, instructions. Look at that. Isn't she lovely? And ideas to get for closing cardigans and shrugs and things. And you can put them in your hair if you have a bun. Another lovely jumper. These are all free patterns. Nice cable. Yeah, so that's it for my book. My older patterns. I do have another crate of patterns, but that's for another day. Oops, sorry. thank you for watching. That's me for this week. I will see you in probably 2 weeks. Passover's coming up, and it's a busy time. So, yeah. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye, friends.